Hi, my name is Jackie. I want to share a little bit of my story on how I became Catholic. I grew up Protestant, and in 8th grade, my family stopped going to church. When I was in high school, I went to the youth group, but we didn't go to church. And in college, I joined a Christian club on campus. And I remember one conversation I overheard. He was saying, whatever church you go to, make sure it's a Christ-centered church. And then in college, I also met my husband, and I found out he was Catholic. I had no interest in being Catholic, and I didn't belong to any church, so I went to a different church every Sunday trying to find one to belong to, and I couldn't find one. In preparing for marriage, I figured we weren't going to have kids right away, so I was looking up birth control options. And I didn't really believe in birth control. I thought, you should just wait till marriage, and then when you get married, you should be open to life. I didn't really like the idea of having any artificial birth control in my body, and I didn't, I just didn't really feel right to me to take medicine for something that, when there's nothing wrong. So I looked up natural birth control, and I discovered natural family planning, and I was amazed. I realized I could use what God gave me to plan my family, and and I discovered what the church taught about what the Catholic Church taught about contraception, and I fell in love with it. And I said, if this is true, then it must all be true. So I joined the RCIA and became into the church at April 11th, 2009. We got married in October of 2009, and then in September of 2011, my husband had his own conversion, and I followed along and learned along with him about the faith. And he used to go to the 5 o'clock mass every day and pray the rosary beforehand. I figured I might as well too, so I came and learned the rosary along with him. And in learning the rosary, I learned about the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. Mary entered my life a little bit later, but that's a whole other story. And on Christmas Eve of 2012, I was singing in the choir at the 10 p.m. Mass. At the time, I didn't fully understand the meaning of Jesus truly present in the Eucharist. The choir didn't really get to receive communion, so me and a couple others we went down to go find a priest to give us communion. At the time, I would say I didn't get communion. My husband would always correct me and say, no, don't say that. Say you didn't get to receive communion. I didn't really get it, like I said. And when we went to find the priest, the girl next to me, when she received communion in such a way that it made me feel uncomfortable. I thought, this is really important. This isn't just a piece of bread. I felt like Jesus was really there. And then I felt really stupid for saying I didn't get communion. And then I thought back to that conversation that I overheard about finding a Christ-centered church, and figured you can't get any more Christ-centered than the Catholic Church. And the Protestants talk about having a deep personal relationship with Jesus. You can't really get any more personal than receiving him in communion. And that's my main reason why I would never ever leave the Catholic Church, because Jesus is really truly there, and you can have a really personal relationship with him no matter what is going on. He's always there. And then that's kind of where my relationship with Jesus started. A lot more to the story, but that's all I really have time for right now. Thank you for listening, and God bless.